Alright. Hello, Internet. This is the third attempt of this video. Just everything, I'm not gonna go over the mistakes from the last ones, but I just made one again, actually. Let's just get right into this. This is an everyday carry video. This is August 16th, 2018. It is a summer day, it's the morning, it's 10:30, so not really the morning. But everyday carry, the things, the items, the gadgets, the things, they're really, I don't even know. It's the stuff that you need to, get through the day, but a lot of it is kind of unnecessary. It's just stuff that you like having. It's not, weird that you like having, it's just stuff, it makes you feel a little more comfortable. In my opinion, you know, it's I know I can deal with a certain amount of things that I otherwise would have a very hard time. You know, if I just had my hands and not these items, I would not be able to do some of the stuff I can do. So, I'll start out with the thing that I forgot behind camera, the Google Pixel. This is a good phone. I like it. It's, iPhones are just, I don't know. It's $1,000 for an iPhone. That's a lot of money. You can get an AR-15 for $1,000. You can get a laptop for $1,000. You can get a car for $1,000. You can get it's approaching too much. Especially they're disposable. There's a bee in the light. I don't know if you can hear it above me, but these things are disposable. They last a year. 2 years if you just cradle it and never do anything bad. Oh, sorry, I just ate breakfast. Oh, no, Google Pixel with the I like a metal phone with a silicone case, a soft silicone case. It just feels solid. It's just nice. I like the combo. I'm in my workshop in case you have. Oh, it's my parents. I don't know. They never. This is my workshop. There's no question about it. Nobody comes out here but me, so it's mine. For all intents and purposes, it's mine. Then I have the lighter. This is, you don't really need a lighter too often, but it always just pops up. You see a thread on a backpack or a shoe or something, and it's just burn that and touch it. Or if you smoke cigarettes, okay, I smoke 2 a day. If I'm home, none. I don't have to smoke any. It's just when I want to. They're kind of nice. So it's good to have a lighter for that. And if I know I'm not gonna need it, I won't carry the lighter. Well, you never know. But if I my pants, if I have something else or whatever, I might not take it. But if I do, then it's good to have. This is very important. This is the first weapon we'll talk about. This is G10 in titanium. It's in paracord in a breakaway thing. It's rear car mirror, so you hang it in your rear view mirror. It's illegal in some states, but I don't think anybody cares that much. And so it doesn't wobble around too much because it's a stiff cord and it's not distracting is what I like. Some people, my sister has this ball of necklaces. It's disgusting. It's how do you drive? It's this it's a disco ball of necklaces. This is just a nice little thing that you can hang up. And then when you need to, you can break your window and escape the car when it's on fire and the doors have melted shut and there's you're up against a pole. That'd be the best. That'd be it's up against the window and you can break the window and go out, but you can't open the door because you're shoved against a pole or something and you really need to. Or if it's on fire and let's say you're in an SUV and you crash into the front of something and the front of the car catches on fire and then you have to go out the back and your back door is broken because I've been in so many cars at the stupid back. You can't. A Honda Pilot you can't even open from the back. You have to literally imagine that. You're in your car, it's burning, and you run to the back, and then there's no handle, and you can't get out. It's the most, I don't know why they have cars like that, but they do. And then minivans, my dad has a minivan, and the thing broke, you can't use the inside handle anymore. So you need to have some way to clear stuff out of the way. I think it's extremely important. In a high stress thing, it's not a knife, it's not like glass. You don't have to take a cap off. You know, you just take it and you just hit something. You just find it, you fumble it out, and it's like, ah, you got it, and then you hit something, and then you're good. You don't have to worry. Other than that, I have the pen and the comb. These are the two ubiquitous items. Ubiquitous, I love that word. But these are ubiquitous, and they're great. This is the Pilot. This is a blue pen. It's a roller ball. Like, it's a cheap roller ball. That's what you need to get. This roller ball, like the ink, like it's easier. It writes on more things than like the ballpoint. Like a ballpoint, it's just like, imagine the roller ball, like it's just this ball that rolls the ink in a ballpoint. You literally just push in this valve and then like have to scrape across the surface. Like a roller ball is just a much more like well-designed mechanism, in my opinion. So that's why. And these are Japanese. If you don't do Chinese and Japanese, you gotta know. Like tools, like I know about, like I like getting good tools. Like I know, like quality. Like Japanese things are solid and Chinese things are trash. Japanese have like a really good work ethic, I guess. Like, I'm not saying Chinese people don't, but like the majority, obviously, like you can't argue the majority of Chinese stuff is on the edge. It's like designed to fail. And nobody really cares if it fails, you know. This is a good comb. This is American made. It's a Byrd, B-Y-R-D. It's like, you need a comb. I don't know. I gelled my hair today, but if you don't gel your hair, then you need a comb because it'll just like end up here, and then you don't want that. So you gotta scrape it back. So a comb, it's so light, like a pen and a comb. If you don't care, like, they're so tiny, you just throw them in your pocket and you're good to go. You know, like those two basic items. Like, I'm not. Oh, that was gross, sorry. But you never need a pen. Like, in public, you always have receipts. Like, I mean, like, you would think that, like, occasionally they wouldn't have a pen to sign the receipts. They always have a pen. When was the last time you were there and they just didn't have a pen? It's like, occasionally, but then they, like, immediately realize that, like, there's no reason for the person to have a pen, so they go and, like, whip around to find one. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you don't have to have one. But it is good for, like, if you want to write a note or something, like, just do something kind of funny, or, like, you want to draw something, like, you want to take a measurement, like, on a piece of material, or, like, you just want to write down a quick number or something. Like, it's just a phone. Phone's better because, like, oh, I guess I'll take this stuff out. So you can put it back here. So, that's that. That was everything I went over. But, yeah, a pen is just good to have. Next item, Chris Reeve Large and Cozy. This is like the best knife. It's like, there's a whole bunch of internet people who gush about it, but they're a little bit right. Like Chris Reeve knives are, like, they inspire, like, sturdiness. Like, you just pick it up and for some reason you just think, yeah, that's gonna last. Like, there's nothing to go wrong there. Like, you know, like, taking it apart, it's just like, yep, that is like 4 big pieces. Like, that's all there is to it. It's just like so simple. There's nothing that could go wrong. Like once you put together something like this, like you would go like in this shop, this little shop, like you would think like I can cut out these 2 pieces of material, I can get a blade, I can get these screws, and I can put this all together. Like, this is $1 million knife. Like, in order to make this knife, you can't just do that. Like, to get these surfaces to the tolerance that they are, I saw, like, the factory tour. They have $500,000. It's this $500,000 machine just to level. Like, all it does is level scales. Like, nobody has access to that. Like, and when you get a knife from China, they're not doing that. Like, nobody's doing that. Like, you have to find somebody who's actually, like, he's going overboard, essentially. He's spending so much money on tooling that it's just insane, but he gets this result. It's the perfect knife. Like, it's just the tolerances. There's no gaps. It doesn't, like, nothing. It's, like, solid. You just have to. find a good knife. There's other companies that make good knives, but like Chris Reeve, like they really, just like looking at it, like there's nothing. The chamfers, the edges, like it's like they were done with a laser that can make a curve. Like it's crazy. And this pocket, the back, like I split these two in like the two back pockets, but sometimes they go together. Like they're small, they're not that big. Like when you sit down, like in the car, I take them out, but when you go out, like I always just, like I don't sit down out many places. I guess if I was going, like I used to go to a cafe to like do homework at Dunkin' Donuts, but like I wouldn't do that. Like whenever you know you're going to be sitting, you can't do this, is what I'm trying to say. But when you're just getting out, like you take your wallet in your car and you grab it from the cup holder, you throw it in, and you walk into the store, and you don't ever feel it. And you just walk around, like it's just good. That's the other thing. Sometimes I carry a knife, like it's a Benchmade essay. It's actually over. This is a similar type item. Like, if you know it goes in here, and it only really makes sense. Let me take these out. Continue on over them. This is 7 round, 6 rounds actually. 9mm, 115 grain. They have sealed primers too. I think it's important to carry bullets with sealed primers because otherwise moisture will get in and then you won't know and you'll need it and it'll just go fizzle out and you won't have anything. But like I was saying, like that type is like in your back pockets, and then like this knife, you can only use them if carry them if you're not going to be sitting down for a long time. Like if you're just going to be walking around like in town, or like going to the grocery store is like the perfect example. Like you just kind of sit down once in the car, you like wiggle it, get it positioned right, and then you stand up, go into the store, like you walk around the whole time, come out, and then like you don't really know. But if you were going to like eat dinner, and like this would be so annoying, like there's no way. Or like a movie, like it would just be jabbing you the whole time. You would not want to do that. But it is, this thing is like, otherwise, yeah, when you're walking around, like nobody knows it's here. I used to carry it a lot before I could carry a gun because I thought like, this is like my last line of defense. Like if somebody tries to kill me, like I'm just gonna have to pull this thing out because I can't have a gun. I don't know. So that's that. I don't carry that like as much anymore, but yeah, it was out here, so I thought I'd throw it in. And then the belt. I'll get to the belt. I'll take out the Chris Reeve too. And then the belt. This is a Boxer Tactical. They're made in America. They're aluminum, and then this is like it's probably like a seatbelt material, and they coat it in like this rubber, and it makes it stiff. It's a gun. It's like a purpose gun belt. Like it's made to be stiff. And I have it right now. Like I left the tail really long. Some shorts, like the loop is like way over there, and you can't like do like. You can take a hair scrunchie and put it around, like you take it over the buckle like a watch thing, and then you like double it back and you go over. I left it long because I thought if it wears, it's gonna wear this section of the belt, and then I'll just scooch it over. You know, like I'll take it out, and then like it'll be shorter at that. Like I'll get 2 uses out of this belt essentially, because they sell new belts. But they're like, I don't know, I think they're like $40, so I'd rather just, I didn't know how durable it was going to be, so I thought I'd leave it so I could do that, yeah. But yeah, it gets kind of annoying to have this, I don't know. But, other than that, the piece of resistance, literally, the gun. This is a Sig Sauer, it is a whatever it is. 938. It's a 1911. It's not Sig called it, but it's not. I guess it's completely redesigned by Sig, so it's not really a 1911. It's not. This is not the original 19. No 1911 is an original 19. It wouldn't be good. I saw a video on this, and I believe it. It's like The original 1911 was designed to be manufactured using hand tools and like simple machining. So like they kept that in mind when they were designing it. And so now when you take a 1911 design and you put it on a CNC that wants to go to like the exact like nanometer, like the small 10,000th of an inch, like you need, like it messes up. Like all these, you stack the tolerances and like, and they were meant to be hand finished. So like it wouldn't be a good gun. Like, and that was for a period they were making 1911s, like using the original blueprints, and then like on a CNC, and then they just weren't reliable because of the tolerance stacking. I forget what some guy on YouTube. But so that's what this is. This is a 1911 in thought and nothing else. It was not. It has nothing to do with the original 1911 design besides the aesthetics, kind of, and like. There's just the aesthetic, just the safety, like just the positioning and like the angles of things. Like otherwise they had to redesign every part. Like there's nothing 1911 about it. But it's in the Vetter, it's a Vetter Tactical, and you can see it's all worn in the back. I really like the back, how it got worn in like that. It just like hugs the gun. Like at first when you get this holster, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna shake it, but it's pretty solid. Like when it's upright in your pants, there is no question. I have like Olympic rings here, as funny as that is. Like I do that, like I do like flips on them, just, I don't know, like feel like my mind, like when you're just really stressed, you just need to like take a second and like just focus on like your arms, like. So, and it never falls out. Like I flip upside down, it never falls out. Like I take my phone and my wallet out, but this I leave in and it's fine. It doesn't fall. And that's it for the pockets and everything. I got bracelets. This is a silver, as my mom got it for me. It's Monica Vinadir is the brand. It's like hammered. It's like somebody hammered it. It's cool. I don't know. It's definitely not hand done. It's probably done by some weird machine. I don't know. But this is hand done. This is hand done by me. It is. And in one piece, it was in the style. This inspired me to do it. But this is, it's Canvas Micarta. I make them in a bunch of different colors. If you want to check them out, I'll put my link to my website that I sell them on. But it's just not, I really like the combo of these two because it's like the metal and then it's like the natural and the wood. But, ow, I got a bug bite. But anyway, yeah, I really like these. It's just nice to have something like, it's just nice to look at. It's for you. Like some people wear jewelry to like show how much money they have, but like, I don't know, like it's not really, it's, if that's really, like, if that's what you need just to like make people like listen to you, like you need some gold or something, it's like, I don't know, it's really probably not gonna be that good. So like, whatever. This is my watch. This is a Marathon. It is a U.S. Army, like government spec, like it's been through some stuff too. Like not only is it government spec, I have put it, like I used it landscaping. Like, well, not like, it was a country club, but like golf course, like dust and debris. Like if you don't know, like these little pieces, like when you run like a leaf blower or a weed whacker or a mower, like, or just like these dusts, like, and then like there was this one day I literally had to like dig into, like, there was this long bundle of grass in this pond, and my boss was like, wrap a rope around it so we can pull it out. But the thing was heavy and I had to like dig under it to get this rope in, and I had this watch on, and I was thinking about it. I was like, this pond has like this, the silt is what I was trying to, like, in the bottom of this pond, it's, you know, the grains are so small that like if this watch isn't extreme, like if this crown doesn't fit, it doesn't screw on, is the other thing. Like all you do is press it in. So if that gap is not like actually smaller than those little microscopic grains of sand, like they're just gonna get in. Like there's nothing else to it, right? So like, but they didn't. It didn't. There's no water. It never breached. Like it has to be. The space is so tight, a water molecule can't get in. Like, it's got, like, that's incredible. That's why you pay the money for these, like, Swiss watches. They're every Swiss, like, if it says Swiss, even, like, a Swiss movement needs to be cased in Switzerland, I believe. Like, you can't claim it as a Swiss movement unless it was, like, put in the case in Switzerland. I hope I'm not out of frame this whole time, but, they did a good job in Switzerland. I think they pressure test them all. I don't know if they pressure, or like they just do samples out of the batch, but I think I saw some company, Rolex or somebody, might test every single one. But I don't know if Marathon does. But the government knew what they were doing because, like, it's tested in my book. Like, I don't ever see myself, like, that's pretty much the grossest situation you could put a watch in. Like, unless you were, if you had that exact situation 200 meters down, then I guess that would be, like, 200 meters underwater, then that would be tested. That would be the ultimate test. But, like, in my opinion, like, from surface, like, with no extra pressure, that's pretty much the dirtiest I can see a watch getting. Like, I don't know, digging in the muck. And I also machine with it. I make this dust, it's like fiberglass dust, and, like, it doesn't get in, it's fine, it just runs, like, I always think, like, diatomic, like, those particles are really unhealthy, first of all, like, if you don't, like, really microscopic particles that are, like, not soluble, like fiberglass, they get in your body and they have no way of, like, coming out. Like, if you breathe them in, they just stay in your lungs, like, forever. Like, I don't know how they would ever get out. Like, just imagine it. So you breathe in this fiberglass dust, it's like, it must come out in mucus, like, kind of, but, like, it's not healthy. And, like, this watch can keep it out. My body can't, but the watch can't. So that's good. And that is everything. I also wear a necklace. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not going to show you the charm because it's kind of personal. But it's just a silver necklace. It's the same company as this, Monica Vinadir. It's good silver, I think. It's George 925, so it's good silver. Silver's sterile, too. That's like, it's a natural antiseptic, I think, unless that's just wrong. I don't know. Colloidal silver, you should Google that. I should Google that. I've just heard about it. I don't know much about it. But I think it's like an antibacterial form of silver. I don't know. That was it. That's all my EDC stuff. Oh, I didn't put the gum. This is it. I don't even know if you can see this, but you can't even notice, like, in my pants, like, there's nothing, there's no bulges. Like, if you get flat, everything has to be flat. That's the thing, like, when I look for stuff, it's like, this thing's flat, comb, obviously, the pen. This 1911 magazine, super flat. A 9mm 1911 magazine, they're so skinny, they're the best. Like, this wallet is so thin, this thing's so thin. Even this gum, you need absolute, like, thinness. Like, it just, you don't see any of this stuff. I just look like a normal, like, not doing anything, like, weird. It's not, like, EDC, there's the thing, like, people who never EDC, like, they probably think this is a little excessive, but, like, it builds up over time. It's not like you just one day get on Amazon and order, like, an EDC kit. It's like, you just, like, end up, like, this stuff, it's like, I don't know how to describe it necessarily, but, like, as you can see, it all just disappears. Like, you don't see any of it necessarily. This shirt's kind of small. Like, when I'm around my house, I don't care as much about the shirt length. But, like, when I'm out, like, it's concealed. Like, it's actually illegal. Like, this is illegal. Like, if I walk around like that, like, I don't think I can do, well, I guess I'd be, like, open carry. But that's like brandishing. Like, if you were, like, in conversation with somebody and you lifted up your shirt, they could, like, call the cops and then you get arrested. Like, even if it was just by accident, is what I'm saying. Like, you can't ever show the gun. So, like, you need to be conscious of what shirt you wear when you go. Like, when you get out of the car, the person in the car next to you gets to see your gun. Like, that's the conclusion I came to. Because unless you, like, literally reach back and hold the shirt down, like, you bend over to get a sedan. Maybe you have an SUV, you can just, like, slide out and, like, keep your body upright. But I have the sedan and I get out, and then it's just there. There's nothing you can do about it. That's all there is to it. But like, I've never had a problem. I've been doing that for a while. Like, it's just, you just walk into the store, nobody does anything. Like, it's legal in my state. Like, a lot of people know it's legal. It's not like, if you were in like a different state, like, you would have to be, I think, like, even if you can get a carry permit in California, okay? Like, they actually have a way, like, a process to get one. I don't know if you've seen the videos. Or like, if my dad was like a government employee, he was going to be able to get one if we lived in California. But you would not really be allowed to have a gun, right? Like, if anybody even like saw it for a second, like, they would just call the cops, right? Like, if they just saw like a shadow, like in PA when people see it, like in Pennsylvania where I live, it's like people see a gun and they're just kind of like they know it's like allowed. Like, it's not like in some state, like New Jersey, like if you were like, if somehow, I don't even know if anybody can get a permit in New Jersey, but like, if you do, like, I feel like just the people there would like jump on you. Like, I don't know, like, it's just like nicer than like, yeah, like a gun-friendly states, the way to go. Like, it's just, no, if you care about, like, if you have guns, it's like, well, it's the same, like, there's a whole bunch, I don't even want to go into politics. It was a good video. I have an EDC. I don't carry car keys, in case you didn't know. Well, in case you didn't notice. I keep them on my backpack. I carry an EDC backpack, and that has the car keys. It's just easier. I grab it when I'm going out of the house, and then I have the backpack. I don't know. It's just, and then when I go into the store, I put them in my pocket. But like I said, when you're standing up, you can carry a lot more stuff than when you're sitting down. Because I can throw the keys in like my other back pocket, and then if you're just walking, like when you get out of the car, obviously it's like straight to standing up. But like, so they go from the bag to the car, and then straight, like when I stand up, I don't have to worry about them in my pocket. And then like, I lose them a lot too, so it's good to have them on the backpack. It keeps them secure. And I never lose the backpack. It has all my medical supplies. It has an extra gun actually, and extra bullets, and like mostly medical supply. Like, if you're gonna carry a gun or any of these weapons, you need medical supplies. For your sake, probably. Like, I always think, like, you're accidentally gonna do something to yourself. Like appendix carry. I'm probably rambling like so much at this point. It's probably like a 20-minute video. But this knife is appendix carryable because it's like, there's just no way. Like, you're never gonna, it's not gonna do anything. You know, like, it's not, a gun, when you put it right here and you're a man, you're literally aiming a gun at, like, that, like, why, it seems silly to anybody. It does. I've seen videos of people, but like, I kind of came to that conclusion on my own. Like, a loaded gun right there. Your femoral artery too. That's like 5-minute bleed out time. It's like as bad as this one. It's like when you have a muscle mass. Like, there's not. I don't know. I don't think there's been more people shot here and they live. Like, because your gun can go off. Like, I carry one in the chamber. And like, obviously you hope that never in your life will the gun go off in your pants. But like, you have to assume, like, you have to think, like, if it did, like, right now, it's literally pointed at the ground. Like, if my leg was, like, out at, like, I don't know if I would get hit at all. Like, if I went to pull it right now and for some reason it went out, I think it would just shoot the ground. Like, it might graze me. If you go like this, you, like, probably have to tilt it further into your leg, like, while you're pulling it out. Like, it's just a chance, like, it just doesn't make sense to me, like, and then it hurts, like, I'm so thin, like, I have no body, and, like, it just digs in, like, your gut, like, everybody's gut pokes out, like, it's so dumb. You think you're so thin, it's just like a brick wall, it's like nothing, it's like, you stick out a little bit, it's digging into this surface, it's a pointy, grippy surface, I don't really know why that's comfortable. It gets spread out, like, when you have your leg. If you pull it up on your hip, then like you pull out your leg. It's like you have to get it above the curve, but then you never feel it. Like, you put your shirt, like, sitting down, nobody sees that. There's no way you can see that. Like, it's fine. This is just, well, because guys want to carry, like, my size want to carry a full gripped Glock, like a full, like, 3-finger grip Glock. It's like, well, yeah, the only way you're ever going to be able to hide that is to use this section of your body. Like, this little tiny bit isn't going to be able to do it. Like, the grip sticks out. I've just, like, just done it out of curiosity, and it goes out to, like, here, you know? And it's, like, completely obvious. So then you would have to do that. but there's no, why do you need to do that? Why are you, like, you need your full-size competition gun? Like, what do you think? I don't know, like, you need 15 rounds, like, automatically, just like, it's a little unnecessary. Honestly, like, the whole thing you have to think about, if you ever use your gun, you're gonna end up in court, and they're gonna be like, this man was carrying around a full-size, fully loaded one-in-the-chamber, like, this is a military, like, they give this gun to a guy and tell him to go, like, in the sand with absolutely nothing. It's like, and you just have it in, like, suburban, like, whatever, just like, I need it, like, I don't know.